Kim, aka Kimmy Some Sense, coming to you with a new video. Today I am going to do a couple, probably 1, 2, 3 quick hauls that I've kind of accumulated over the past week or two here, to go over those and also talk about my plans for the rest of July. Today is July 15th as I'm recording this video, and I am on the probably day 1 of what looks to be a no buy for the rest of the month. And then also hoping to continue that into August and beyond, maybe. I am first going to go over kind of my, I guess, last hurrah haul. And then I will go into kind of why I'm looking to go into a no buy and what my plans, including kind of some of the content I'll update everyone on as I continue through the no buy from July 15th through August 15th, give or take. But first, we'll start with the fun stuff first. Over, I want to say probably from late June through early July. Now I've purchased probably a number of items, which is also why I'm approaching a no buy for the rest of the month. But the main haul that I will go over right now includes from Jomashop. I purchased 1 fragrance, and then Ross, aka the Crying Baby store. I've got a few good finds there, and also kind of like celebrity fragrance style finds, but also a couple of purchases from Marshalls. So I will first start off with talking about the Jomashop purchase. I have, by way of an eBay purchase, the Bond number 9 sample set. I'll probably maybe put a photo of it up here. That it was such a great deal that I found on eBay that normally it retails, I think, for about like $550. And the set I purchased, I won it in an auction for $173. And being able, I feel like that's just been probably the purchase of the year where I've been able to test out a lot of the Bond number 9 scents that I don't really have access to here in my city, and without having to order a ton of different samples. I mean, I think there were some samples I've had to order that didn't necessarily come in a kit, but a good majority of them, I think I'm going to say there might be 37 milliliter bottles or kind of travel sizes that came in. But one of the ones I was able to test as part of that kit was Nolita. And so I was able to purchase a bottle of Nolita, the 1.7 ounce, off Jomashop as part of a sale they were having over the 4th of July. And so when I smelled the initial sample of it with the kit that I had purchased off eBay, I loved it. It was bright, it was fruity, it was sweet, and it was a very nice midsummer scent. And so the notes of Nolita by Bond number 9 include the top notes are freesia and tangerine. The mid notes, or the heart notes, are jasmine, sambac, lily, and rose. And the base notes are musk, amber, and sandalwood. And so I'm finding there are certain floral, fruity scents I am enjoying. And as I'm trying to, again, continue to go on this scent journey, I am working to capture these notes to see which ones truly resonate, because there have been some fruity floral scents that I've purchased that have not been it for me, and I'm working on kind of identifying those and possibly purging those from my collection. But Nolita Bond number 9 is one that I am looking forward to being able to put some scent combos together on, and yeah, kind of test it out from there. Okay, and next on my list for my haul include, I'm kind of going backwards here. I actually ended up, I'll go over the items I found at Marshall's. And the first item from the Marshall's purchases that I have, it's the Coach Love Eau de Parfum. For this particular scent, it's a new-ish one from Coach, released in 2023. And I want to say the Bond number 9 fragrance I should probably talk about. That was released back in 2017, so it's been around for a while. But Coach Love, this one is such a bright, fruity fragrance. When I was starting to look for additional strawberry scents that I really enjoyed, I know like Strawberry Letter by Fleur being one of them. I somehow managed to go down the path of finding Coach Love, and they sell it right now at Ulta, and then kind of I think even like a lot of the major department stores also wherever the Coach fragrances are sold. And so I started off with the travel size from Ulta, and then from there, I actually had considered getting a larger bottle because I enjoyed it so much. But to my surprise, probably a month or so ago, I did find the 1 ounce. So I found another 1 ounce size at it's either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I purchased that one, and when I went into Marshall's again the other night, they had some more there, and so that one's essentially a backup bottle. It was $40, and for that price, that is kind of letting me kind of hold off on buying the Fleur Strawberry Letter I've been looking at, because I don't want to say they're quite the same, but they do give me that same happy strawberry fruity vibe that I've been looking for. And so the notes for Coach Love are, the top notes are woodland strawberry, mandarin orange, and pink pepper leaf. The heart notes are Indian jasmine sambac, red rose, and osmanthus. And the base notes are ambergris, benzoin, and cedarwood. So that one, I feel like I got a pretty good wear on it. But again, because I have that as a backup, I have the other bottle that's currently open and setting up my scent collection. So I look forward to, again, going through that one. And if I do change my mind on the current bottle I have, I mean, it's still in its wrapping. I could always take it back if I want to. But I feel like it's, for what I've tested out so far on my skin, it's felt like a keeper. And then for the second item that I picked, this one kind of came out of left field. Again, if you go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, sometimes it's more like the thrill of the chase of you never know what you're going to find when you go in, which is why I like having that wish list. So that Coach Love was on my wish list. So it was a no-brainer. I figured I'd go ahead and get it. I'm sure for a 1 ounce for $40. There are some sites that may sell it cheaper, but you know, in terms of a convenience factor and being able to get it when you see it, it couldn't be beat. But this other item that I picked up that I feel as if, I don't know if it's controversial, but I like some of her songs, but you know, I'm not like a huge, like, I must have this because it's a celebrity fragrance, but it's Majesty by Nicki Minaj. I did not foresee myself buying this one, but it was $15. So I figured for $15, I would give it a try, because the top notes are peach, lemon blossom, and red currant. The heart notes, or the mid notes, are magnolia, red frangipani, and tiger orchid. And the base notes are musk, tonka bean, and vanilla. And so again, for $15 for 1.7 fluid ounces, I figure it would be worth, you know, worth the buy, worth the try. Again, it's funny, for a lot of the reviews, I've been using, instead of going to Fragrantica, I'm probably trying not to use that website for a number of reasons. One of them being it is so stinking buggy. And so I've been using Perfumo, PARFUMO.com. And I've had much better luck with just being able to bring up multiple fragrances and not either having my browser crash or getting that annoying message that says like, oh, you're opening too many, you know, too many of the Fragrantica pages. So, because I don't know, they think you're just spamming them or something. But one of the funny comments though, that I think some of the feedback they had talked about, for some of the reviews, like some people thought that the bottle itself, you know, is kind of gaudy. And it is a little off-putting. I'll put a picture of it up here. But the scent itself, it was released in 2013. It sounds like it's something that, again, it's a fruity sweet combo. Honestly, if you've watched enough of my videos on this channel so far, you know I love a fruity sweet scent. I do like truly the gourmands. I should say for fruity sweet, there is that fine line based upon what I'm looking for a particular note. But this one, again, the price alone said, okay, I'll give it a chance. So, you know, hopefully I'll report back at some point, either by way of my scent combos or on my Instagram page for when I put those different scent combos together. That's kind of like a scent journal for me that I've been using to kind of track what I've been wearing, sharing with others, being able to connect with others as well, and kind of see what they have for their scent combos as well. And being able to kind of get as much use out of my fragrances as possible, and being able to create the different combos without, again, having to resort to always buying more. All right, next, while we're still on both the fruity, sweet candy scents slash celeb scents, the next one that I actually, when I made my way down to, I started off at Ross first, then went to Marshall's, but I'm kind of, you know, going over everything kind of reverse order. But the next scent was Sweet Like Candy by Ariana Grande. This is a 1 ounce. Yeah, this is a 1 ounce bottle. And this was like $25. And what's funny is that I was at Ulta earlier in the week and I had found the 1.7 ounce bottle there, because before that I had also went to go get, again, trying to start off with the travel size and going from there. I did get the travel size of Sweet Like Candy. When I got home, I found out it was a roller ball. I wasn't overly thrilled about it, but I didn't want to go and return it to Ulta. And so I'm just going to get an atomizer, decant it into that, and then I can just have a travel spray to take with me as I choose. And so I ended up going back to Ulta to get this one. I used my points, and they were also having, I think, they're like 15% off if you're like a diamond member. And so I still ended up paying about $42 for this one. And so I was a little miffed when I went into Ross again a couple days later to find this one for $25 for a 1 ounce. And so part of me was still debating on either do I return the one back to Ulta, because I've opened it, but they let you return any fragrances that you've opened, although I'm not quite sure what happens to those fragrances when you return them once they're opened. I don't know if they go to the gray market or if they go to the, you know, if they go to the dumpster. And so honestly, I figured, well, I'll have a backup of this fragrance as well, because again, I love those candy scents. And I'm also on the verge of, I'm like a borderline, I don't want to say oversprayer, but I wear my fragrances. I'm not really at the stage anymore where I do like 2-4 spritzes and then like I'm set for the day. It's just like, I'll douse myself in it. And so I'll wear it, I'll enjoy it. But all I'd say is I will keep that, long story short, I'll keep this one as a backup essentially. But the notes for Sweet Like Candy are, let me go down here. Top notes are blackberry, Italian bergamot, and pear. And the mid notes are honeysuckle, frangipani, and jasmine sambac. And the base notes are marshmallow, blackcurrant liqueur, vanilla, and cashmere wood. So I like the base notes of the marshmallow and the vanilla. Now I'm getting hit with the jasmine. When I did my initial wear test though, for the first bottle, I did not get, if you've been watching any of my previous videos where I have this love-hate relationship with jasmine, because some types of jasmine, I get like a note of poo, and other types of jasmine, I don't know. That's part of, again, I'm going to have to narrow it down to figure out which types of jasmine does my skin not like, or does my nose not like, because some, it works perfectly. It's blended so well that, you know, it's kind of like for me with, like, you know, like a Bloody Mary. I don't like vodka, but for some reason in a Bloody Mary, when it's well blended, I can stand the taste of vodka. So that's how I feel about with jasmine. But I've got some more, you know, again, research to do on that to figure out why. But when I've worn this on my skin, I've enjoyed it. And I plan to pair that with the, I think the Cotton Candy Clouds from Bath and Body Works. I think that'll be, again, a nice scent, just kind of get me through the rest of summer as well. All right, and still aboard the The celebrity entertainer fragrance theme is, and this one's totally random as well. Again, apparently this is just almost, yeah, truly a floral fresh scent that, again, I figured I'd take a chance on it. Why not? If not, I can always, for the price I got it for, either resell it or regift it. But it is Fantasy Sheer by Britney Spears. And I've never been into, again, the celebrity fragrances. I could care. I don't really care, honestly, that like, oh, so-and-so's coming out with a new fragrance, I must try it. For me, I care about essentially the fragrance itself, the juice that's in the bottle. And so I saw this one and just figured, again, give it a try. And this one was like $20. And so the top notes for Fantasy Sheer are lemon water, lychee, and quince. The mid notes are lily of the valley and water lily, which I love that scent. It's so fresh, but yet sweet and green. It's kind of like a, makes me think of like a bouquet of flowers, where I don't necessarily, I always say I'm not the biggest floral fan, but I find that a lot of the scents I do have, they've got that floral component, but I guess I like the bouquet. I like something that smells like a bouquet, not just a straight up like, it's got the mixture of like the greenery and it's got the flowers, and, I'll put a picture up here if it makes sense of what I'm thinking of, again, a true bouquet versus a bunch of flowers. I just like that balance of a bouquet scent. But the base notes are cake, blonde woods, iris, and white musk. So again, I don't mind. I like the base notes. I'm intrigued by the cake base note. And so again, figured I would try it. And, I think I have some additional items. Again, some neutrals, body care scents that would pair well with it. And so yeah, excited to try that one. And then for the next and final item in my haul is, and this is also another backup item that I've mentioned this before in my previous video that I purchased a 1 ounce of. It's the Fancy by Jessica Simpson. And this one I liked because I have been trying to find more caramel scented fragrances that I think I didn't have the best of luck with. I think, what was it? The Lattafa Eclair, the Caramel Cascade, and the Bianco Latte. None of those worked on me. So I'm not even going to try and, force that. I think I, again, had that in a previous video as well. And when I purchased those, the way my skin chemistry, it did not work. They did not get along. And so I'm kind of sticking with what I know. And so the Fantasy bottle that I purchased, I have a previous 1 ounce that's open. The Fantasy that I purchased, this was like $20. And so that's a backup essentially, just to have on hand. They had that at Ross. And the funny thing is I had purchased that one before and I had changed my mind on it. Because I was like, oh, those other 3 fragrances I mentioned, they're going to come. I think they'll be one of those will be a great replacement. They weren't. And so the one I had purchased before, I think was still there when I returned it. So obviously it was meant to be. So again, the notes for Fancy by Jessica Simpson, that was released in 2008. So it's been around for a minute. The scent, it's in the Sweet Gourmand family. The top notes are apricot, pear, and red fruits. The mid notes are caramel, gardenia, roasted almond, and jasmine. And the base notes are amber, sandalwood, and vanilla. When I tried this one, the Fancy, I paired it with the Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla Candied, because I believe that's got like a caramel, sugary, sweet base note to it as well. And it's got the accompanying body spray. And to me, I think that was just a nice, especially at some point we will get past summer and get into the fall months. It feels like it's a mile away right now because it was like 100 degrees here today where I live. But it'll be a great one to be able to transition into the cooler weather with, and then also even kind of through the end of late summer once we're not in, again, these ridiculously hot temps. So looking forward to being able to, yeah, use up my 1 ounce and move over into the 3.4 ounce of that one. So that is it right now for this particular, I'm gonna say haul. I can probably say, yeah, that did try kind of feel like a last hurrah for the month of knowing that honestly, there's really nothing else I need. Anything that's out there, and honestly, I probably didn't need these either. And who knows, I may end up, I think for all the ones I have, I think they're all keepers. But I don't foresee myself, again, I'm kind of looking at my scent items that I have by me between my fragrances and my body care. And it's just like, as I put together all my different combos that, again, I like to share on my Instagram page, it's like, Kimberly, you have enough. So this is almost just, again, a future reminder to myself, where if I think I am going to break, I'll have to go back and watch this video to remind myself. And my husband watches these videos also. And so he'll be like, if I bring anything in, he'll be like, oh, I thought you were on a no buy. He will remind me. But I say all this in terms of this haul I just completed, and going into my no buy. So as part of my no buy, I have numerous reasons as to why I have decided to do this, at least starting today. And I will have another video that I will put out later this week. I'm kind of breaking my cadence just in honor of this no buy. But I figure it's almost a mental thing where, some people say, oh, July 1st, I'm starting it, or August 1st, I'm starting it. And then in a lot of the fragrance groups I'm in on Facebook, you see a lot of people are like, yeah, it's day 2. And I failed. I'll start over again. Tomorrow's another day. I decided July 15th because it's more mental. So if you're going like 2 weeks at a time versus a month at a time, it seems a little more realistic to me to say like, okay, I will start July 15th and I will go up through, I'll go those 2 to 3 weeks. But 2 weeks, I would probably say, feels reasonable, and then get to that first part of August and then go another 2 weeks. So if you want to join me in this challenge, feel free. And then I would even say, August 15th through September 1st. I might take it beyond that point too, honestly, because I do have, like I said, fragrances and body care I need to make a dent in. I will have on my video later this week of, 10 reasons why I decided to go on a no buy. So I'll be video for week 1. The video for week 2 will be, 10 things I'm planning to do instead of, I work from home. And so sometimes when I get out of the house, my adventure mostly is going to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross. I have plenty of other things I can be doing instead of going to those places. And so I'll share those with you as well. And again, if that's something that maybe gives you some ideas, or if you have ideas that you want to share as well, it'll be another way for all of us to kind of interact and kind of share what works, what isn't working, and our whys, for either, again, buy and no buy for week 1, and 10 things, we can all do instead during a no buy, as part of my video for week 2 of the no buy. Week 3 will be part of, I'll kind of go over like a scent exploration. And these will be about scents I decided not to buy. These are ones that originally probably would have been a blind buy, that I probably would have gotten them and then realized like, this is not for me. And I would have been disappointed by one that, it was not, because I feel like for the blind buys, that's like buying a lottery ticket sometimes, where you put that money in, which could probably go elsewhere, and either you win something, or even like a raffle ticket. We'll say like a raffle ticket. Like you buy it hoping to win something, get lucky. And if you do, then it's awesome. Like it's, you have no regrets, because it's like you found something super awesome that you enjoy wearing. But in the case for some blind buys where you get it and it's terrible and, it doesn't go with your skin chemistry, it can be disappointing, and you have to figure out what you're going to do with it. And so I will share my reasons for the fragrances that I went to go smell, that I was so curious about, that I almost pulled the trigger on, but decided not to, because I was able to smell them in person and realize like, this is not at all what I thought it was going to be. And then finally, for week 4, I will share what I've been putting together in terms of my scent inventory. I have been going through and capturing, you know, what I have for my body care, what I have for my fragrances, for things that are currently in use, the back stock I have for body care, and also for, I have a few items that I also have in back stock. And those are the items that, for the fragrances that I have, those are the ones that I absolutely love. Like those are staples. And then also for what I have in terms of my travel sizes, because that's normally what I started out with. It used to be that versus me getting the full bottle, I was going to get the travel size, see how I like that and go from there. I am trying to get back to that before committing to a full bottle, but you know, there are some brands out there that they don't necessarily sell the full bottle. And so that's how I've kind of gotten into looking at the fragrances I had this time last year versus the ones I have this year. And there's been a marked increase of what I have. And so I would like to be able to, one, get back to basics on that. But that scent inventory, putting that together, is helping me know, again, those notes, what I already have, what I don't need to add to my collection. So when I do decide to go, you know, after this no buy, if there are things I do want to go back and add and things that I also have on my wish list, they'll let me know like, well, you already have something like this that already has those notes, like, you know, 75, 80% plus of those notes that perhaps is not something that I would necessarily need to add another version of. So that's it. So for right now, let me know what you thought about the haul and the thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about what I had in the haul. And if, you know, you plan to take part in a no buy, if you're already doing a no buy, if you're like, you're just going on vibes, let me know. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you like the content that I have, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And until then, I will see you later. Okay, I am actually going to go ahead and try out the Majesty. I did just go ahead and open it and see this bottle. Oh my God. Oh, all right. Like I said, I don't buy fragrances just for how the bottle looks. Like for me, you know, it's what's on the inside, not the outside, but I don't know. It just pops up. Oh my God. Okay. I want to spray it inside the box here. See what's, okay. Okay. That smells good. I like that. Okay. Now, okay, in the box it smells good. Now I want to spray it actually on the back of my hand because I still have my perfume on from earlier today. So, all right. Okay. Okay. That's another good candy scented one. I'm actually going to compare it with the Ariana Grande one because I do get another sweet fruity scent from that as well. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, old headless Majesty is a keeper for $15. So, all right. I'm glad I took the chance on her. All right. Next, I am going to go ahead. I unwrap the Fantasy Sheer, and this bottle looks like a Christmas bulb. Again, it's the juice inside that matters, not the bottle itself. But I don't know what to think of her. But let's see how I'm gonna spray it in the box first. Oh, that's different too. Okay. All right. Let's see. I am going to now spray it. I washed my hand again to get the previous Majesty off. So. All right, let's see. Yeah, one's not bad either. Now, I think what I would do for these two is, you know, they'll get worn. I'll enjoy them. but I already kind of feel like it's not something that I necessarily would want a backup of, but I'll try my other hand too. Again, I'm okay. And it's got a nice sprayer on it too. They both have pretty decent sprayers. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I mean, it's nothing, again, super special. And I know I always say, like, I want to love all my fragrances, and I do. And I like those. I feel like there's something that it's light enough that you could wear, like, if you wanted to wear it to bed. It's not super heavy. I think both because this one is a fantasy sheer, and it said sparkling, alluring, and softer than fantasy, as you can see there. But yeah, again, 2 fragrances for under 40 bucks. I mean, I would say, again, don't sleep on TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, especially if they are scents that you can't readily find them everywhere, aside from finding them, say, on like Amazon, and sometimes that can be questionable. I like it for, yeah, if you're trying to put together a scent collection on a budget, those are great places to start with. And yeah, I like them. So until then, see you later.